Hello and welcome back to the Hertha Save. This is episode number 22. You can see I'm quite small and in the corner today. I've been trying to work out where's the best place for me to be for a video like today's, where we are going to do a bit of a transfer update. I'm going to show you the players that we've bought for season 8 and maybe a little bit of an update on how they've been doing so far this season as well. And yeah, basically, if I was any bigger than this, I'm going to block the screen, and I can't go to the top corner because if I click on a player, it's going to block their attributes and record for the season. So we're very small and we're in the corner. So, you know, just to explain that one straight off the bat. But yeah, this is going to be our little transfer update. On the screen, as you can see, there are our signings that we've brought in on this side and the signings that we have sold. So not the signings, the players that we've sold on this side. It includes loans. It also includes the big ones, such as Esposito going to Chelsea for 150 million and the big incoming transfer, which is Mbappe in for 150 million. Both of those things we did cover in the last video, though, when I gave you some of the updates, because it was such big news that I felt like I wanted to get it out there quickly, and that's what we did. So, just to start off with this then, a bit of a disclaimer. We are in December, as you can see by the screen here. This one I've got to the point where I could make this video. We have done a lot of the season already. I'll try not to go into that too much about the results and those things. That will be the next video. I'm going to give you the midway point update for season 8. So in the next video, we'll look at all the results and how we've been doing in a bit more detail. Today, though, I just wanted to focus on the players that we have brought in. It does allow me to kind of say how they've been doing, though, which I suppose is kind of good too. So, first signing through the door, well, I suppose on the 1st of July, we did bring in 5 people all in one go. The first of which was this man here, Bastian Jopia. We brought him in from Universidad de Chile for £6 million. You will notice over on this side, he has been out on loan this season. We loaned him out on the 13th, so he's here for 12 days and then we sent him away. And he's gone to Stuttgart for the season. So if I just click on him to show you him, here he is. Chilean winger, left winger, does play as an out-and-out winger, not as an inverted winger, which does tend to be what I play. Perhaps I do need to start thinking about whether I train him as an inverted winger, maybe to play on the other side. But anyway, I found him. I realised that he had a £6 million release clause, I think it was, or at least we could get him for 6 mil. I thought there's a bit of value in that. Just looking at his attributes, he's got really good first touch over here. His technique's good. His physicals are really good for an 18-year-old. And his determination is nice and high, meaning that he's going to improve. So just having a quick look at his profile, I think this is worth it. He is a wonder kid. I think this is worth the £6 million. We've done that. This is how he's done so far for the season. He's played 13 times for Stuttgart. They are in the Bundesliga, so he's playing top division football there for them. He's done okay. They're not a great team. And when I say he's done okay, he's scored 0 goals. He has got 4 assists. He has got 3 goals in the cup if you look down here, though. So there is that. He has scored some goals. He's doing all right. He's still very, very young. So he's getting good top division experience at the age of 18, which I think that's pretty good. The next person we brought in is Franco Ortega. This guy is a left back. And if you remember back to last season, we had some left back issues. Crisis. I call it a crisis. We had no left backs. We ended up playing Dirk Sprint there. Dirk Sprint was the ball-winning midfielder who is a very, very average regen. We made him a left back and he's become a bit of a cult hero on the save. But yeah, I did sign this guy just because I wanted an extra number. He has, I believe, played a game. Yeah, he did play one game when we had a similar left back issue. He's not very good. I don't think he's going to amount to much, but he was a free transfer and he plays at left back, which is good. Speaking of left backs, lovely little transition there. Julinho Chat was the first big money signing that we brought in. Well, him and Ricardo, as you can see there, on the 1st of July. Julinho Chat is a left back. I was just blown away by his physicals. Look at them. 19 acceleration, 16 agility, 18 balance. It goes on. He's 6'2". He's rapid, 16 pace. At 19 years old, he's played 10 times for Portugal already. I just thought he's well worth the money. One thing that he does need to improve on is his crossing. I believe that is what we're training, yes. We are trying to improve his crossing. That'll be the only thing, because otherwise, he looks fantastic. He has played 11 of our first games. He's scored a goal. He's got 2 assists. He's got a very high average rating as well. He's made a really good start. I think he's just going to get better and better as well. He came in for 57 million from Sporting. We spent 4 million on this guy, Alan Tassi. He's a centre-back. He's only 5'10", which is a bit worrying. I don't know whether he'll ever make it at the club because of that. He's not amazing, but I think there's a bit, for the money, I felt like there's potential to either make a nice bit of money or, he might improve to the point where he's usable as a backup, perhaps. I'm not too sure. He's been out on loan anyway at Bochum, which, why is there 2 M's on Bochum there? Is it 1 M there, but 2 M's there? Has anyone noticed that before? That seems weird to me. Anyway, it's not important. He's played 8 times for them, and he's got an assist and a player of the match. He's been pretty solid for them, 6.95. Hopefully that will help him. Maybe his value can increase after a season there. The next player then is this guy, Ricardo. His name's actually not Ricardo. I have given him the nickname Ricardo. His name is Luis Ricardo Lourenço da Silva, or Luis Ricardo is what I actually came up with. But I was finding myself getting confused with him and Luis Fernando. So I've just called him Ricardo. There he is. He's very good. He's 19. He's got his first cap for Brazil already. I mean, physicals look great. He's 20 aggression, which I like. He's an inside forward or an inverted winger. As I was saying before, I like it when they play on the opposite side. That's the role that we play with. And he's made a pretty good start. He's played a few games, 7 games. He's got 4 assists, 7.05. Most of those off the bench. He has scored 2 goals in the Cup and 2 goals in Europe already as well. So, yeah, he's been solid. He scored a really, really wicked free kick. Not wicked like, yeah, it's wicked. I'm not like being down with the kids. I mean, like, it was lots of curve and it was wicked in that sense. I don't know. Anyway, he's been good. I think he's one for the future as well. We did spend big on him. We spent 45 million. This was all before we sold Sebastiano Esposito, as you can see on this side. And I decided to bring in Mbappe. I'm not going to dwell too much on Mbappe because we did talk about that in the last episode. However, just to show you his goal scoring exploits so far this season. He's got 12 and 13 in the league, a 7.78 rating. That's pretty strong. But it just look at this bit. He's got 27 in 20 games overall. He's got 13 goals in the Champions League in 6 games. He's been a bit of a revelation, a bit of a cheat code. As you probably expect, it is Kylian Mbappe. But yeah, we spent 150 mil on him and it's been worth every single pound of that because he's just replaced Esposito, and Esposito was, well, he's quite literally a club legend. So I feel like we've done well there. Finally, the final 3, they are all free transfers, as you can see here, and all a little bit weird. I signed Danny Da Costa. I don't really know why. I was hoping that he could play for the Hertha second team, the B team, who are of course managed by Raja Nainggolan. However, then I realised that if you're over a certain age, you can't play for the B team. So we've just got him in our reserves now. He's not on much wages, and I suppose he's an experienced head to having there. But yeah, he's never ever going to get near our team, and I don't really know why I signed him now. But there you go. Here's another one. I did bring in this guy to play for the Hertha B team. He's significantly better than the rest of the Hertha B team. The reason I want to make the Hertha B team, that I've said 4 times in very quick succession there, is that they do play league football. They are in the Bundesliga 3, or the third division of German football. And I kind of want them to be okay so that we can put youngsters in there and they play at a decent level in a decent team. So I needed to pad out the team a bit. So I've signed... I tried to sign... There you go. Look, there's Raja Nainggolan, who is the manager of the B team. Yeah, I don't know. You can see that this guy here, this Domashek, who's the guy I brought in, is a key player for them. So I thought, actually, let's get him in there because it might be useful. It might improve them. And it has seemed to be. They just avoided relegation last season. They're now 10th in the league. So maybe it's kind of working. Because I want my young players who are too good perhaps for the under-19s to play in this team. But... yeah, it's a work in progress, that's for sure. But anyway, we brought him in on a free transfer to kind of play around with that. I've got to the point where I don't want to just focus on the first team now. I really want to improve the whole club as a whole. Part of improving that whole club as a whole is trying to make money off free transfers, which I've done very successfully throughout this save so far. notice the date. We brought in Tammy Abraham here on the 6th of August, Thursday the 6th of August. I saw that he was still on the free transfer list, and I thought, I'm going to get him in. We got him in on a free, on a not too much of a wage either. And then if you go over here, on the 15th of August, so 9 days later, we sold him for 10 million to Levante. So we made a quick buck on him. Perhaps we could have got a bit more, but I was taking 10 million after 9 days. It seems like money laundering. But yeah, he did actually play one game for us. He played the cup game and scored a penalty. So get in there, Tammy Abraham. He played one game, scored a goal, and then buggered off to Spain, giving us 10 million in the process. So we've done very well there. It's funny because we beat Levante to his signing on a free transfer. So he signed for us to eventually go to Levante anyway. They must be kicking themselves that it's happened like that and they've spent 10 million on a player who was a free transfer. But it doesn't matter. It's worked well for us, and that is the main thing. So there you go. That is the free transfers in. One other free transfer in that I do just want to point out to you is, if I can, what's a good way to get to this? If I go to our under-19s team and I go to staff, we've also brought in this man here. Steven Gerrard is now the under-19s manager. For someone who's actually managed teams, he starts off as the Rangers manager, obviously. He then went to Villa for 3 years. I feel like it's a bit of a good little sign in that to get him in as our under-19s manager. He's got decent stats as well for a manager. Attributes, sorry. So I think we've done quite well. We've got Gerrard in as our under-19s manager. He replaces Ruud van Nistelrooy, who had great attributes for that job. We've moved Ruud van Nistelrooy to a coach now with the first team. So he's still about because he does. I'll show you him actually. Ruud van. If you just look at his attributes, he's got great stats, great attributes even. So he's got this 20-man management, 19 motivating. He's a perfectionist personality type as well. You can see there. And yeah, I thought, I wanted to keep him around. So we've made him a coach. Gerrard is now in charge of the under-19s, which I think is quite cool. Oh, just whilst I'm on this screen, as I just saw it, we have rejected bids from Real Madrid for Enzo Yomaha. That was rising to £69 million. So there's potential that we might sell him in the summer. We will see. But there's nothing else for future transfers that are happening yet. I'm keeping a close eye on the free transfers, though. It is December, meaning that the 1st of January is coming up. And if you play FM, you know that that's the date that you go and have a look at whose contract is running out in 6 months' time, in the summer, that you can get in on a free transfer. I've had a check. The people whose contract is running out in a year, we'll see. There's a few on there that I might be interested in. Not many, but yeah, it'll be something to look out for sure. So yeah, that's the transfers in and a few other little bits. These are the guys that we have sold or loaned out. We did eventually sell Cesar Gelabert, who we brought in on a free. We sold him for 10 million. We very nearly got more for him. Eventually, we had to settle for 10 million, which 10 million for a free player, it's one of those. He's probably got more value now, but there you go. We sold Alan Casito for 24 million. We used him a little bit last season. I think he's quite good. However, he wasn't really getting near the team. And because we brought him in on a free and we could get 24 million for him, I decided we'd sell him for that. We'll take the money. So we took 24 million for Casito, 10 for Gelabert. We sold Elias Machuca for 5 million. He's gone to Lazio. He's very solid, but I don't think he actually played a game for us. He went out on 3 loans and did okay. He's just not quite the quality that we needed. We wasn't going to dislodge anybody in the team. We sorted out loans for Falatico, Jopia, Alenia and Dore. I don't know if I've shown you Dore that much. I think this guy's got a bit of potential. I like where his attributes are. Like, for instance, he's a winger with great crossing and is quick. I feel like he could be a useful player maybe one day. He's playing for Celta Vigo in La Liga now and not doing a lot. So we will see with him. We brought him in for 500k a few years ago. Of course, we sold Esposito. I showed you that. And we loaned out Biko and Late, both to Holstein Kiel, who are affiliate clubs. And in fact, I'll show you the other affiliate clubs that we've got in, because I have sorted out a couple more of those. Where is a good place to see that? If I go to club info, and it's on here, isn't it? Affiliates. We've got Holstein Kiel, who are in the league below. I've just sorted out Legia Warsaw. Legia Warsaw have 4.5-star youth facilities. I'm hoping we get some players through them. So at this part here, Hertha may benefit from some of these players coming through their youth team ranks, which that's the aim of that one. We've got Melbourne Victory in Australia as a little bit of a merchandising marketing ploy. Financially benefit us by having a presence in Australia. We've also got Suwon Blue Wings, which we've had for a few years now. Again, a team with decent youth facilities and a bit of a reputation for bringing through youngsters. So I'm hoping we may have a couple of those appear in our youth intake this year. It's probably been long enough now that they might start to appear. So there's the plan with a couple of affiliates as well. If we just go back to the transfer history, just to wrap it all off, the last two people that we have sold or loaned out, we sold Tammy Abraham, as I said before, for 10 million to Levante, and Adrian Dragona has gone out on loan as well. He is not going to have a future at the club. I just couldn't find anyone to buy him. Union Berlin said they'd pay his wages. That's where he's ended up. He's another left back. We can recall him if we have a left back crisis, which, guess what? We did have another one this year, so yeah, it's weird. We had, I think it was four left backs all out, all injured, couldn't play. But yeah, it happens. It's weird. Really quickly, if I just show you the tactic, this is kind of what we're going with at the moment. Like I said, next video we'll really get into all those games and I'll show you the results so far. This is the tactic at the moment. We've got Sassoni in goal, Costantino, Upamecano, Montes and Cha. That new left back is the main change there this season. Piljavski, Camavinga have been our starting two, although Piljavski's been injured. Dominic Szoboszlai, he's been very, very good this year. 8.02 average rating. It seems a bit harsh to take him out the team. What I'm thinking of doing is for teams that are a little less threatening on the attack, I think I might play Szoboszlai and Piljavski. I only play Camavinga because I think he's a little bit more defensively solid at the moment. Arnie Meyer has been out of the team a bit, but I'm kind of swapping these two, like so. But yeah, bits going on there. That's the team. Piljavski, Camavinga, Dembele, Rodrigo. Igor Kilman has just hit some really good form as of late, which is nice to see. He's got 6 in 12 in the league. He's got 15 in 21 all comps. And I showed you how Mbappe's been doing so far this year. But yeah, that's kind of where we are with the save. I think I'm going to leave it there for today. It's a little bit of rambling from me. I hope you don't mind. Those are the transfers we brought in for the Season 8 season. Like I said many times now, I'll be back next time to show you the results so far once we get to the midway point, which is not far away. And yeah, we'll have to go and see what can we do this season. Can we go and win the league again for a 5th successive season? Or will we be disappointed? It's a bit of a title race going on at the moment, I won't lie to you. You can probably see by the screen there how we're doing in the league. And also we need to go and see if we can defend that Champions League win that we did finally get at the end of last season. So, yeah, thank you very much for watching. Before you go, please do hit that subscribe button. We hit 200 subscribers as I'm recording this on the day that I recorded this. So, I'm very happy. We hit 200 subscribers, which is amazing. And yeah, hit the subscribe button, like the video, turn the bell on to be notified about future videos, and as always, if you want to join in live with this save, get over on Twitch, drop a follow there, make sure that you can find out when I go live on Twitch, and then you can watch us play through these games live as they happen, and yeah, it'll be fun. But yeah, thank you very much for watching. I'll be back soon. Peace.